Hi, this is Katie Oshiwanita with Harmonizing Journey to Realignment Seminar and Sessions, HJR Seminars LLC. And the topic today is, and I know I haven't been here in a while, kind of been catching up with yard work and stuff like that, as well as I've got a class that I'll be talking about a little bit later that I've been working on, and just the fact that I don't like to produce something just to produce something. It's just not my thing. I know some people it works for them, but it just doesn't work for me. So anyway, today's topic is the illness of atheism and HJR insight. Atheism, okay, and in Greek, A is without, Theos is God, denies, okay, our inner being as the all that is, God source first eternal, okay. It is like a thorn in our flesh to give our power over to the Arimonic Luciferic Earthly forces of second Creation Finite Mechanics. This in turn can cause us to give our power to organizational structures such as religious and governmental institutions, or technological advanced institutions as well. We become obsessed with dogma, right? That our mental intellect can easily follow. According to Rudolph Steiner, we all have that thorn in our side, so to speak, at some level. The development of the intellect, though, has been a pride and joy of our recent evolution. The ability to think independently for oneself is a fairly recent development for the third seeding on this earth plane as the angelic humans from Terra, our HU2 counterpart of Earth's multidimensional harmonic universal structure. We have a strong sense of our ego, our identity, in the previous two Earth seedings. We had been a lot less physically dense at that time, but we knew who we were as the all that is, and at the same time, we had a sense of individual identity. Okay. The first two seedings were destroyed on Earth through, quote-unquote, the wars in heaven, stories spoken of in ancient texts, as well as the Voyagers gets into it a lot as well. This article will not discuss the mechanics behind the Earth seedings, but it is explained in great detail, again, in the Voyager series by Iesha Anna Arias Dean. But remember that these interdimensional fallen angelic beings are still involved in Earth's human development, wanting control. In many ways, the development of this third seeding we had started from scratch. There was a hybridization aspect to the development of this seeding due to the complications referenced above of the war in heaven, and also discussed in previous posts in regards to the divergent timelines. The Guardian Alliance are not geneticists, okay, in a lab physically manipulating DNA. They are higher evolved us, working with the mechanics of manifestation to introduce the cosmic streams of development into the human genome in a gentle, more controlled way. Our intellect stream is still in its infancy and can easily be manipulated as we evolve over time to integrate these organs of consciousness, as Steiner would reference, organs of consciousness. As I have discussed in previous posts, there are angelic humans who diverge off the ascending evolutionary path, becoming fallen angelics. Their focus is to keep mankind stuck in the current evolutionary cycle of the Arimonic scientific mental level and the Luciferic delusional mental level of second creation finite mechanics within HU1, or Harmonic Universe 1. Some examples of fallen angelics are the Zeta, Draconian, and pretty much all the baddies playing out there right now. According to anthroposophy teachings, they diverged from our timeline at various stages of human development, entering into their own world timelines connected to Phantom Earth, aka the 8th sphere. And Fujian talks about this a lot too. They cannot embody their soul, oversoul, Maharata, Avatar, Rishi, and beyond levels of being. They are fearful and quite plainly petty in their thinking. This does not mean they are not intelligent. They have cultivated their intellect and want to keep cultivating it with their AI gods. That would be more Gigi Young, and to a certain extent EH, although she doesn't say the term too often of AI. They returned in time. These guys returned in time to try to fix what happened to them. They think they can continue to fix the problem the way they always have, through physically manipulating, altering biological structures, and adding artificial intelligence technology. They did that a lot in Atlantis. Artificial intelligence is their god. They have forsaken their spirit and bonded their soul to the physically mineralized, densified, intellectual, Luciferic, Arimonic consciousness of Phantom Earth, or 8th sphere. Maldak was an example of a planet gone divergent and ended up blowing up. These beings, known as the Anunnaki, or Ana Elohim, went to Mars and did the same there. They are back again, saying they are our creator gods. Yeah, right. They are stuck in continually trying to develop the human body to their own will. The human body is an awesome creation, and the only way for angelic humans to ascend or evolve in this time matrix. The time now is to begin spiritualizing our beautiful human light body into its spiritual body anatomy. We are not, as the I Am Raw program says, which is we are just mind, body, soul complex. We are mind, body, soul, spirit complex. To leave the spirit body out is to shut yourself down from your own authentic inner being as the all that is, God source first eternal, Aya, Aya, Uni, We, Us, They, capital I, capital T, it. We are then manipulated to see God as this separate, and I've said this over and over again, I'll say it again. Seeing God as this separate being related to a father or mother relationship to look up to or aspire to emulate. Or if we work hard enough, we will ascend out of our physical form and transcend our ego, our identity, to merge into this oneness. Okay. All of you know I do talk a lot of I am of the oneness. This is not the true oneness. In my recent Cedars Race post, I spoke of the split in the original Elohai Elohim, Angelic Human founder race, us, becoming the Anu Elohim. This lineage took part in creating Phantom Earth, or aka 8th sphere, through genetic engineering, through genetic engineering, created the Anunnaki, what is known as the Avengers of the Anu. Steiner references the split during the Old Moon's evolution. still not, and this is not the moon we currently have would not be technically considered really the old moon, but has an energetic portion of it. Okay. Old moon is something different. Still not quite sure, though, I knew that much. Still not quite sure, though, how his terminology ties completely into Hellenic science history, but I'm getting there slowly but surely. And I will probably eventually put it together, something on that. But the ancient Elohim he references could be a mixture of the two. The Elohim who stayed on the moon probably is the Ana Elohim, particularly when that split occurred. Also connected to the war in heaven of ancient teachings. Again, referencing that split. Through many manipulations, including the later formation of the Luciferian Covenant, 20,500 BC, they continue their one world order controller agenda. Okay? And that's out of Voyagers. And I will have a link to purchase the book at the end. According to Steiner, this Luciferic stream entered the earth during the Lemurian time period. The Elohim ordered the Archangel Michael to stream it in. This Luciferic stream, according to Steiner, was to give the human the ability to question everything one held as truth, okay? Which is the beginning of thinking for yourself. Actually, the stream was the first step towards evolving the intellect organ of the astral body. This stream was supposed to come later during the Atlantean epoch, when the third seeding human was farther developed. But because the divergent beings interfered, this stream had to come earlier. I personally, at this time, don't know for sure which Elohim group made the decision. I feel that the founder races of our harmonic universe 5 Rishi selves probably made the decision together. They worked together on it. I say this because they do that now, pushing us with different activations because we are not running the timeline evolution like we're technically supposed to be at this particular juncture for the next epoch. According to Steiner, this Luciferic stream tends to run on a 333-year cycle of the consciousness moving kind of up out of the body and into the mental, intellect, thinking, consciousness, mental body. Okay. Then there's a cycle of pulling us back into the what would be considered Arimonic densification process into the body and into the earth. According to Steiner, the Revelation 66666 number occurred in 666 AD and continues to cycle 333 initiations to the 666 completion cycle into the Arimonic cycle. So that's actually the mark of the beast. And he really gets into what the Arimonics program is, which we're in the middle of dealing with that now with our AI. AI would be a good example of Arimonic energy. Okay. Through mental body development during the 333 AD period, humans could mentally understand the significance of the mystery of Golgotha, Christ's gift to earth. And he gets into what that is a lot. And Voyagers does in her own way, but does not use the term Golgotha. Golgotha. Sorry. This processing of development occurs through the birth and death cycle. So when we're alive, we receive information that we can't quite digest. We pass on, we go into the next realm, we digest it, and then cycle back in again and integrate it back into the 3D level, and then go back out again and cycle to 333 years. The people that were originally involved with Golgotha which are the 3rd century fathers of the church, were then able to write the Gospels. Many wonder, why is this, separation in time? That's why. Which I think is kind of interesting. According to Steiner, and again, this is Steiner's information. According to Steiner, the Academy of Gundishapur was established around 333 AD. This was the first academy to teach what would later be the scientific method and what we know of as our medical profession. This school valued the intellect over the heart and the spirit. Eventually, it culminated in the cycle year of the Arimonic 666 AD and marked the end of the Greco-Roman cultural epoch. The introduction of the Christ mystery of Golgotha, aka Christos Sun Stream, broke the Luciferic Arimonic cycle, and we're still integrating that today. As in essence, that Christ consciousness returns, but not in the physical body, but in all of us that received the blood of Christ in the grids through our ancestry blood. Okay. The angelic human has evolved to the point where we can spiritualize the form, moving to the next epoch of evolution. But because of the de-evolution, or FA 8th sphere, phantom earth, Titius, Modius, time wave, AI, deep state, demonic entities, we must be mindful of how they, we really do, mindful of how they influence us behind the scenes on our evolutionary path. Definitely not boring here on this earth plate. The illness of the atheist mindset gathers facts to deem what is of value and discard what is not. Then the soulless intellect determines what really is, as in concrete thinking. Then the soulless intellect pushes and manipulates that reality on others. Behaviors include fault-finding, making wrong, minimizing, shunning, ostracizing, and punishing people if they don't follow the law of their reality. There is an unwillingness to see other people's perspectives, not willing to make changes or see another's perspective because it's the other person's fault, or they're weak or dumb or less than, Typically, these soulless intellectuals' determinations of reality are more luciferic than based actually in sound logic, logical, grounded, mindful judgments. So are you kind of getting the point yet? It's not that the intellect is fallen or evil. Wouldn't have been introduced by the Elohim to begin with. The intellect is great when integrated with the heart and the spirit. Then it's a force to be reckoned with, right? What is really being Christic, aka spiritual? Is it having fun, feeling good, having fun, being on vacation, getting away from the problems? Or is it just a time when you become nourished? Or is there something more going on? Are we becoming more than the sum of our parts, so to speak? By the way, Theosis means, in Greek, making divine. It is a transformative process whose aim is likeness or union with God, and I'm talking Greek. So the gods were always beings connected to the stars of the universe, to spirit, with great powers of creation, right? Okay, it's good to understand the words from Greek and what they mean by God. what Theos really means. Okay. Being human is not a waste of time or punishment to endure to learn lessons to become worthy, little soul beings. We are not genetically engineered. We are not genetically engineered by aliens. We are it. Capital I, capital T. The all that is, God source, first eternal, Ayah, Ayah. Ayah, Ayah. Okay? We are the power that creates worlds. We are the form one has to take to ascend into new realms of reality along the crystal spiral. We cannot be bypassed, but we can be manipulated and trained to think we are less than others, that there is someone or something out there that can save us from ourselves because we are just so meager and small. There's got to be some governmental, religious, or technological structure is better than our meager decision-making capabilities to create a well-being for ourselves. We can't do that, no. These divergent fallen angelics would like to see us held back at their soulless intellectual level to be sucked dry of our life force and worship them. Yeah, right. Yeah, it's going to happen. All right. This article and all my work focuses on who the angelic human, and I'll just kind of add indigo, is in the scheme of things, what influenced us in our past affecting our development in present, and the choices we each have to make our journey of life now. We are the freedom spirits. We are learning daily how to develop our discernment skills based on logic and reasoning methods and how those methods merge with our intuition. We can see bigger pictures of reality within our multidimensional inner being. Then we have an awakened aware intellect. I was thinking there was something I was just wanting to add to that. Well, but anyway. Sort of a little side shoot that came into my head. So I was finishing one thought. Is star seeds. We think that those are aliens, and they're not. There were periods in time, particularly during the first two seedings, there were periods when those angelic humans actually had to leave Earth and went to different star systems. The first and second seeding. My gut says that's who the starseeds are. They evolved and developed in other areas, but they still have to come back here to ascend and move out to the next harmonic universe, HU2 or up, or do the bypass system that I will talk more about, and I've been talking a little bit about. But yes, I invite you guys to journey with me into who you are as the all that is, God source, first eternal, Ayah, Ayah, Yumi, we, us, they, it, capital I, capital T, with harmonizing journey to realignment seminars and sessions. But also, in regards to this article, but any modality that supports you connecting with yourself and building your identity is really of benefit. But I just suggest and invite you to connect with my version of that. The Harmonizing Journey to Realignment Foundation series currently, the Introduction to the God World Keylonic Science classes are open still for registration. You can purchase each class separately at $20 or all three for just $50. The next class will be Saturday, April 15th. The first class has been recorded and is available right now via Skype link, because all of these classes I do on Skype. We'll be doing on Skype. Okay. I also do private introductory and ongoing HJR sessions, or Harmonizing Journey to Realignment sessions, are available to make your personal connection with your what I like to call multidimensional clan family. Could be inner being, higher self, but more accurately I feel like it's multidimensional clan family. explore the crystal caverns connecting into Urea Earth, or New Earth, answer questions you have, decord, clear blocks. Many times people report that they have a lot of healings that occur for them as they make that connection with their clan, with their Buddha team, their pod space, so to speak, their Mashayahana prayer salon. That's probably a more technical term. Connection. And also, please, 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 subscribe to Harmonizing Journey blog on my website, but also here on YouTube, for those that are on YouTube. Please like, share, and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. And also, any donations are greatly appreciated as well. And so there's a PayPal tip jar at the end here. And also, so I've got also here the link for Array's Productions, which I will also have in the link down below for YouTubers. And then the Voyages and Secrets of Amenti Volume 2 have the link here. We'll have the link here as well. Also, definitely recommend you going to Rudolph Steiner Press Audio. Oh my gosh, I'm learning so much. It's like I'm taking the foundation of Keylonic science and that history and mechanics, and then bit by bit finding where his information fits into it, make it a little bit more fuller, richer, and actually have even more of an appreciation of being on this earth plane and not wanting to run. Not wanting to run away. I'll admit, I, for a lot of years, was one of the ones that wanted to get off planet. I'm not going to front. I did. But now I've kind of learned I don't have to. And actually, we do create our own reality. And each day I am connecting my new earth reality and building it and building it and building the structure of it on the original blueprint from the eternal core of the all that is, the original Urea Earth program, reality, template. Gigi Young as well, she is a student of Steiner and has really brought out to today's modern world Steiner's material in a way that really, really makes it even more understandable for today's world. Thank you guys so much. Much love and peace. Again, Katie Oshiwanita, the HJR Navigator, helping others to connect with their multidimensional clan family. So with that, bye-bye. Love you. See you soon.